With a brand new Galactic Legend on its way to the Hall of Tables, I think we are in that ripe stage of guessing who it most likely will be, and what the requirements are going to be needed for the event. With that being said, I'm sure a lot of you guys are guessing what I am thinking, and that it's going to be a new version of The Mandalorian. Even though it's not confirmed, let's take our swing at what the requirements will most likely be for this Galactic Legend. Like the Pirate King Hondo event and the Ahsoka event, I definitely think it's going to be very expensive and have 17 requirements in total, with a lot of them being new characters, as well as old characters being up to like Relic 7, 8, and even 9. Starting off with the first requirement, and I know a lot of you guys think I'm going to be very, very crazy here, but I think it's probably going to be the hardest requirement that we're going to have throughout this entire event. First requirement is going to be that our account level needs to be level 85. I know it's crazy, but I think CG would actually do this to us. I don't know why they would be thinking this, but they've been greedy before. So level 85 for the account is probably the number one thing we're going to have to get. All right, now jokes aside, let's get on into the requirements list here, okay? The first requirement speculation that I've got in my mind is Beskar Armor Mandalorian at Relic 10. With Relic 10 now being a thing, and this being the most powerful version of the Mandalorian that we have currently in the game, I definitely see them putting this at Relic 10. That and CG has brought in multiple different legendary events into the Galactic Legend requirements. One of the biggest ones being Jedi Master Luke Skywalker needing Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. But I honestly don't think it's going to stop there, because the next guest that we have is Bo-Katan Mandalore at Relic 8. A lot of you guys most likely use those Journey Quest Lightspeed tokens on characters to be able to unlock Bo-Katan Mandalore anyway. And since we already had an entire stream of Lightspeed tokens that unlocked Beskar Armor Mandalorian, this sounds like how it's probably going to go. That and Bo-Katan Mandalore was pretty integral in Season 3, and I don't see this GL releasing without her being part of the lineup. Next up, we have the Armorer at Relic 7, one of the most important characters for Season 1 of Mandalorian, as well as Season 3 of Mandalorian, bringing in all the Mandalorians to be able to work together. So another character I do not see this GL releasing without having as a part of the requirements. For guest number 4, we have the Razor Crest at 7-star. This is a much older Conquest unit, aka it was literally the very first Conquest unit, so it's about time that this gets used as a requirement outside of the Executor. That and the ship's coming back in the movie, so this has got to be needed. At number 5, we have Paz Vizsla at Relic 8. Since he's already needed for Bo-Katan Mandalore, at Relic 7, they will probably add him to up to Relic 8 just to kind of make it to where, oh, well, you have to still work on this character anyway. Come on, that last stand that he had in Mandalorian Season 3 before the finale was just peak Star Wars right there. It was awesome. And coming in at number 6, we have The Mandalorian at Relic 9. I see them doing a similar thing with the Ahsoka event where you need to get all the versions of the Mandalorian up and running up to a certain relic level that's like Relic 9 or higher. So I definitely see this being listed up there as that. Number 7, we have the Imperial Super Commando at Relic 5. This is the closest thing we have to Stormtroopers and Beskar armor, and since that was a big thing in Season 3, this is definitely something I definitely see happening. Coming in at number 8, we have the Stormtrooper at Relic 5. Stormtrooper has never been needed in any other events whatsoever outside of maybe the R2-D2 event for an Empire character, so I definitely see the Stormtrooper being required at Relic 5 at least when it comes to this event. Next up at number 9, we have Moff Gideon at Relic 8. I'm being hopeful here and saying that they're not going to throw in Dark Trooper Moff Gideon at Relic 8 for this event, so we're just going to go with the base version, because that's the one that we have seen majority throughout the entire Mandalorian series. But then again, I would not be surprised if they throw in the Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. Hopefully we won't be proven otherwise, but this is how we're going to lay it out, as just the regular version of Moff Gideon at Relic 8. At number 10, we have the Dark Trooper at Relic 5. These guys were the reason Season 2 had so many high stakes, especially when they captured Grogu, and especially when Mando was having trouble. Even though Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker cut them down with ease, they were definitely menacing. So throwing them into this makes a lot more sense. And who knows, we might even get some more of them in the movie. By the way, this is actually being recorded about a week and a half before I go and see this movie, so I may have to change up a couple of things later on, but I highly doubt it. I feel like this list is pretty solid, so we're just going to keep on going. Next up at number 11, we have Boba Fett Scion of Django at Relic 7. I know I've already had a Conquest unit in this entire lineup, but it makes sense because this is the only version of Boba Fett that Mando interacted with. Not to mention, too, this is like the 3rd or 4th Conquest character that ever came out, so it makes more sense, especially over the regular Boba Fett we have in the game. Since the regular Boba Fett is actually used in the Jabba the Hutt Galactic Legend event, I don't see them double dipping on that one. That's going to conclude it for the original characters that are in the game already, so now it's time to get into the era of the New Republic characters that they said will be involved in this Galactic Legend. I'm going to hope and pray that Road to the Hutt is not one of them, aka the legendary event that's going to be needed in this entire run of Era of the New Republic. But we are going to say that all the new characters that are coming out with the Era of the New Republic are probably going to be Relic 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there. Because GL Hondo and GL Ahsoka both had the same thing with their respective new characters. Number 12, we have R5D4 at Relic 7 because he pretty much became Mandalorian's R2D2. Number 13, Zeborelios, New Republic at Relic 5, since he and Mando haven't really met until the movie, and they're probably going to have plenty of interactions in that either way, but since they don't really have much of an interaction beforehand, I only see him being at Relic 5, really. Number 14, we have Captain Carson Teva at Relic 6, since they had about 2 or 3 interactions in the series, and they were pretty important, so we're going to pop him up at Relic 6 there. At number 15, we have Grogu and the Anzellans. Considering the fact that Grogu is literally in the title, and the Anzellans are going to be probably having a heavy impact in the movie, it's most likely that these characters will probably be at Relic 5, and if I'm wrong, it's probably going to be Relic 7. And finally, we got number 16 being Colonel Ward at Relic 7. She really hasn't had too much interaction with Mando just yet, but she's going to be playing a massive part in the movie. I do not see her being anything under Relic 7, but I mean, hey, she might be Relic 6, but I'm going to put my numbers at Relic 7 on that one. So that is my speculation list, ladies and gentlemen, for the new Galactic Legend. If it is a new version of The Mandalorian, we are all set. If it's not, we're going to have to do this all over again, depending on whatever the character is going to be. This does seem like a very worrisome list, considering how many Conquest characters are in this Galactic Legend, considering how many relics are in this, and considering that this is probably going to be the very first Galactic Legend that we need to have a character at Relic 10 for. But we'll have to see when they actually release the requirements list, which we will be doing videos on in the future. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, if I'm wrong or right on any of these suckers. But I feel like I'm pretty dead on some of these, so we'll see how it goes. But I'll keep you guys posted as soon as we have what the Galactic Legend is going to be and what the requirements are going to be. And we are going to try our best to make sure we keep up with all that stuff on the channel. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button as we are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. And I will see you all in the future. Bye-bye now.